Hey everybody, Mike here. HOSONIC reached out to me and asked if I'd be willing to review this light for them and give my honest thoughts after I'd used it. So that's exactly what I've done over the last couple days. So real quick, this is how this light comes in this little box. Just gonna get all the parts and pieces out here real quick. I'll show you what we got and then I'll get into testing the light. Comes with a little USB charge cord. Right out of the gate, one of the nice things I like about lights these days, I'm a bit of a flashlight nerd. I love my flashlights. So I've got several different models and brands. This one's USB-C and that to me is huge. I wish more lights would do that. I'm a big O-light user. And I really love my O-lights, but the one thing I kind of don't like about them is that they're proprietary plugs, so you have to have multiple of those chargers, especially if you take that light everywhere like I do. I keep that as an everyday carry, so I have to charge that in home or keep that charge cord in my truck. USB-C, I've pretty much got those things everywhere these days, so that's a huge plus there. Now, when you first get this thing out of the box, what you're immediately going to want to do is take this back cap off like this, because they've got a little piece of paper that disconnects the battery, so that it won't work until you pull this little piece of paper out. Now that we got that out of there, and screw that back on, this light will get to working. This light's got 7 different modes. I've had a little bit of time to play with that. I'm gonna put this box up here as a cheat sheet so I can kind of read some stats off to you here real quick. First thing you need to know about this light is it's got 4 different main function modes. When you first push it on, it's gonna resort back to whatever you had it on when you turned it off. So it does have memory. So right here is your low mode. That's around 35 lumens. Now what's cool about that, it's got a 3000 milliamp battery in this thing. So that battery on this low setting is gonna last you like 3,280 minutes. That is a long time. Now you go up through the modes here, you've got 4 modes when you single press. So that puts you on high right there. Now that's 1130 lumens at 310 minutes. Now if you double press, you got one more light setting. There's your turbo. Now turbo is 1500 lumens at 300 minutes. I can run this light from full charge for 5 hours at this brightness. That's really good. I was really impressed at that. Now, hold the button here on the side that turns the light off. It's got 2 more functions built into it. So if you triple click, you get your strobe light, then press one more time, and it has an SOS pattern. So there's your 7 different modes that this light's got. Hold that down again to turn that off. Now, when you go to charge this thing, it'll illuminate red to let you know it's charging, and then the button will turn blue to let you know it's fully charged. Now, when you're running it, it'll be blue like that. When you get down under 30%, that lets you know your light's down low and you probably need to get that thing recharged as soon as you can. When you go to charge that, there's your charge port right here on the side of the light, so it's easily accessible. Now, if you, for some reason you had O-rings go bad on this light, it does come with 2 extras. You've got 2 O-rings on this light, so it unscrews right here in the center. There's an O-ring there, and then you have the O-ring here where I just had that open a second ago. There's an O-ring there as well. This light has an IP68 rating, so it's waterproof, and you can take this pretty much anywhere you need it to go with you. Another nice feature they put on this is this back here is magnetic. You could stick this to any metallic surface you've got, which is extremely handy if you need to go hands-free. If you've got something around, you can stick that to, and it'll hold itself in place. As far as frustrations go on this thing, the very first one for me was this lanyard. I wanted to run the lanyard on this one. Obviously, you don't have to do that, but I wanted to go ahead and give that a shot. The hole on this thing is extremely small, and I fought that thing for a good 10 minutes before I finally got the idea to go ahead and go grab this little small screwdriver I've got here. I was able to get that to push through the side here and get that to slide in. That's about the easiest way I found to get that lanyard on. Now, it's also got the belt clip here on the side. That's extremely handy. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the bell on this light, at least not for an everyday carry. So far, I've got no doubts this is gonna be a great light, but the wider lens cap on this thing, to me, it's not gonna be real comfortable to carry in my pocket. Where this is gonna be extremely handy though, is it's gonna probably live on the visor in my truck, and that way it's readily accessible and there when I need it. And this is going to be my new truck light. So I'm really looking forward to that because the light that I've got now in my truck currently is only around 800 lumens, which isn't terrible, but I was extremely grateful when they reached out and asked if I'd review this light for them because I was kind of in the need anyways. Another thing I do quite a bit, with me living on a farm, I'm out checking animals quite a bit. Throughout the night, especially if I hear something in the pasture, if one of my animals is getting ornery. I took this around fence lines last night when I was doing my last checks before I went to bed. I will say this light's got quite a bit of throw. I think they advertised it at over 900 feet of throw. That's also extremely good. I didn't measure that, obviously, to see where that light might fall in terms of the specs that they're laying out, but I will tell you, I could see it quite a long ways, and it lit up the animals that I've got very. So take that for what it's worth. But yeah, overall, like I said, last couple days I've been using this light. I'm extremely happy with the build quality. This light is constructed out of a real high quality aluminum. I've been very impressed with the build and finish of this thing so far. I like the simplicity of the button and how easy it is to run through the modes. It's not built like a tactical light where it's got a back switch. They have a couple other models available as well. If that's something you might be interested in, you could take a look at those. I think this is gonna be a great light to keep on me, especially in the truck, and it's gonna get quite a bit of use over the next few years.